Okay, I'm calling the meeting to order. It's probably 6:33, whatever. I'd like to have a roll call.
Malcolm White, present. Aye.
Sandy,
Sandy Slavin here.
Donna? No. And Jim Gibberti.
You're muted.
So we do have a quorum, and I may be bringing, hello there. Maybe bringing, if I can
Donna,
get him,
you're muted.
Peter? Hello? Oh, it didn't work. Okay, Peter hasn't been able to connect on this. He may call in. We'll see. Okay, we have minutes.
Donna, touch the top of your screen. There should be a microphone with a line through it. Hit it.
Okay, we're trying again. Hello? Yes, sir. Yep.
My cell phone doesn't work a damn down here, so I'm on the house phone.
Oh, okay, that's the problem. I'm going to leave you on live. And guys, I've got Peter on the phone to participate. Any problems? Okay.
Did I lose you?
No, you're right here. I've got you on speaker,
Okay.
so I can hear you and I don't have to hold it. Okay, we're going to start off with approval of minutes from the meeting of March 5th. And we have all the participants here, so we can approve these.
I agree.
Okay, could I get a motion?
Wait, sorry, Jimmy, wait a minute.
Yeah,
There's a
Okay.
problem. We said we wanted two letters attached to the minutes. They're not attached. We wanted the correspondence between you and Ken Buckland attached to the minutes, but they're not here.
They were attached last week. I don't know what happened. Maybe they just get attached this time. We can reattach them. I mean, we have them. They were attached. Last meeting, they were
Yeah.
attached.
Because I had sent a response saying they weren't attached, but they have to be. So with Guy's note that they will be attached, I recommend we approve the minutes of March 5th,
Second.
Peter seconds, sir.
2020.
Okay. All in favor? It has to be voice.
Aye.
Peters, I'm an aye. Sandy?
Aye.
Sandy? Donna?
Donna's got to unmute. Donna,
Okay.
you got to unmute.
She doesn't know how.
Well, so you're going to have to give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. But you got to, I don't know, are you on your computer? Because if you scroll to the top right corner, it may come on and say unmute or mute of your picture.
Okay. Okay, I've got at least 3 votes, a majority for approval of the minutes, so we'll
So
go forward.
300.
Oh, Donna,
Yeah,
there you go. You're
There
unmuted.
he is. She is.
beautiful.
You're unmuted. There you go.
Thank you. A lot of people would like to keep me muted.
Well,
We'll refrain from going there.
Jimmy, you want to call for the vote from her? Sorry.
Donna, we've
Was the
got
vote
minutes.
staying 3-0? Is the vote staying 300 for the March 5th minutes?
It'd be 310. No, unless, whoops. Okay, we still got them. If Donna votes an affirmative, then it's 410.
Affirmative. I voted affirmative.
Okay,
401.
4 against,
Malcolm?
yes, 401, right, correct. Let's get that wrong spot. Malcolm wasn't here. The next, we have minutes from May 14th. That was myself,
I
Malcolm,
have,
and Sandy in attendance.
The,
Pardon me?
sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
sent a note back on several things that needed to be corrected, and they still need to be worked on. Under the approval minutes, there's a note calling agendas for 319 and 416 are on the town website on the agenda page. My note says that they will be marked as canceled, and it doesn't reflect that in the minutes.
It'll be what, canceled?
If not, these agendas appear to be valid agendas. We never had a meeting. The web page has been corrected, but that note is not included in the minutes.
So you want to take the word note, agendas, you want to cross those out?
No, I want to add the words, they will be marked as canceled. So the agendas have been marked as canceled, but we need to reflect that in the minutes.
Then why don't you write them in? Just write it in, make a correction. Why don't you write it in? We'll add it to the agenda, add it to the minutes, and then it'll be there. And I'll have her make a correction at the plant, and have her retype the whole thing, but just instead of
At the
revoting on
last-
again, that's unless you have something else,
Yes, I do.
okay?
At the last meeting, on the second page, we had number 4, which the capital cost. We had $400,000 for the sewer fee for Bourne.
Yes,
It's listed as Bourne billing capital cost
okay,
when it was usage.
that's right.
Number 5 was for the 2020 capital plan, but that's not included on here because it went right to 5 was the groundwater discharge. The 4 isn't 4. 4 was. Oh, this is so confusing. If you look at the agenda,
Okay,
Number
we're missing
four.
the capital costs.
well, if you take a look
Under
at
this.
number 4 on page 2,
We're missing the
Bourne
capital
billing.
cost.
it says capital cost, but the dollar amount is not the capital cost.
We're missing the capital cost. We have the
We have to add it.
usage, but we don't have
Number
the capital cost.
No, number 4 is what? It's not capital,
Number 4 has been tagged as capital costs,
but it's not.
plural. We have the usage costs, but we don't
That's what-
have the capital costs.
So Bourne billing, semicolon, has to be usage cost.
Correct.
No, it could be
Then we-
semicolon costs.
Cost, okay.
And
Then we
just
need,
put-
then we need a
then we
number
just need an
5.
addition, another line for capital.
Yes.
So,
And therefore, the number 5 needs to be changed to 6 for the groundwater discharge, and the vote needs to be recorded as 300. That we tabled it.
Yes. Okay,
the groundwater discharge doesn't have to be changed. All we're doing is
no,
under
just a number. Or unless
But
I was saying, there's 4, 5 is GHD, but 5 is gonna have to be the capital at 188.
And GHD is 6. But we have that we
Okay,
motion,
we're
sorry,
just confusing it. We're just confusing the issue.
number 4 has to be Bourne billing
Oh,
cost for 400,000.
Born billing costs.
Bourne, okay, cost
Period.
for 400,000. Then we
Costs.
need-
Costs include usage and capital.
But capital's 188, doesn't reflect it here. So we have to add 188 for capital.
I understand
The
that.
capital was a different, sorry. Yep. 400,000 is not the capital cost.
I
It is
understand that.
Okay.
That's why I
Okay.
said you change the title from born billing capital cost to born billing costs.
Okay,
First item being what's there already
yeah,
for the 400,000 for storage. And then we have another motion for the capital cost of, what is it,
188,000.
188,000, and add that under 4. So you've got 2 motions under number 4.
Go ahead.
Okay, under groundwater discharge, we need the vote recorded.
Okay, 300.
Yes.
This has to be recorded.
Okay,
But now for let's back up to 4. We need a motion for the capital cost for 188.
That was the motion for capital cost. Wait a minute.
We did that, but
Yes,
It's just-
wait, I'm trying to find the vote as to who did what.
Well, there was only 3 of us, so.
The capital cost was, I made the motion and Max seconded.
Okay, so it just needs to be included in
guys.
here, which it was not.
what's that?
For the capital cost, I made the motion and Max seconded.
Okay,
So that just has to be added under number 4.
add on, if you're
Yeah.
gonna, yes, if you're gonna leave it on the 4, then leave it on the 4.
And
So
just
to me,
change that.
there's too many, it's 2 minutes as submitted.
I lost whatever you were saying, Sandy.
There are too many changes to make to motion to make. I'd like to see this corrected before we vote on it. There's too many changes.
There's 1 change,
Oh,
2 at the most. What do you got? We got the one change is that just to add on what was missed, because we've already voted on it, which was 188,000, but it got missed in the minutes. And the groundwater discharge, the only change there is to add the roll call number.
and if you look on number 3 on page 1, where it talks about the agenda, there's something to be added there.
Yeah, but that's just that it has been in fact canceled.
I would like to see it redone and voted on its entirety. There's just too many questions as to what was being modified, but I'm only 1 vote.
Okay, let's just. Any comments?
Well,
Done.
I can't be involved, can I?
Yes, remote.
I wasn't at that meeting,
No, you weren't. No, this was,
but I support Sandy's opinion, but I wasn't at the meeting, so I can't vote.
okay, well, that's okay, if you can on this one, because it's at this meeting.
Yeah, I agree with her. Table it until it's done properly.
Okay. Any comments, Mac? Donna?
No, no,
No,
Okay.
me either.
Okay, let's table it. And we work that on the side. I'll get that later. Okay. Let's see if we can struggle through this one here. It's May 21st.
I find 2 things that need correcting on May 21st.
Okay,
On page 4, under GHD groundwater discharge, no, take that back. I don't have, the only thing I have is under new business. We didn't indicate, we talked about the allocation policy. It's up to you, Jimmy, whether you want it in the minutes or not.
yeah, actually, I would like to just have it stuck in there. And I mean, that's just an addition.
Okay, so I make a motion, we accept the May 21st meeting as modified.
I have a second? That would be Donna.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. And the modification to be adding in the new business, the discussion that we had on allocations.
Right.
That's going, where does that go under, Jim?
New business,
New business.
Okay,
just allocation discussion. All right.
Okay. Before we go on, I'm sorry, one more thing, Jim.
Yeah.
If you take a look at the agenda, what's the first line of the agenda is the location? we are certainly not holding this in room 320. So it has to be recorded that this is a Zoom meeting in our agendas.
Point. That's, yeah, I had it down for this, and then we got word that we were not allowed to do a meeting there. We have to do it by Zoom.
Until further notice, there will be no personal meetings. We'll all be Zoom until we actually get a written policy from the town that allows us to meet.
Okay. I'm done with the admin shit.
Ta-da. Okay,
Okay.
some business. All right, moving forward. Number 4, sewer business is a transfer funds request. And this we discussed under GHD last meeting on where we were going to pull the money, and it's $115,000. And it's coming out of, which fund is it, Guy?
The reserve fund.
Reserve fund, that's it. And we're doing that because of, we need to get this thing up and running. We've talked about it. It's been in place to do it, which was supposed to go before town meeting, which we didn't have. Had we had it, we would be up and running with it
Okay.
now. And we need
I
to
make
get
a
it going.
motion. I make a motion that we transfer $115,000 from the reserve account to cover the cost of the groundwater discharge evaluation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Roll.
Evaluation.
Sorry, Jimmy, roll call.
Yes, I will. Just a second. I'm just correcting. It's for the groundwater evaluation with GHD. Looking at that Mine Avenue area.
What, just the minor area?
That's to cover that area, yeah.
What do you mean? The groundwater discharge, we're looking to put a groundwater discharge on the other side of Minot Ave.
Right.
400,000 gallons per day.
Yeah, but the 115,000 is only for that, for investigation of that area. Is that correct?
Well, no, they're going to investigate 3 areas.
Oh, they're
Minimum
investigating
3 areas. Just because there's going to be comparisons, if someone's asked, did you check any place else?
Yep.
We have to be able to say, yes, we did. This is the best area or this is the worst area. So they're going to take 3 areas and they're going to decide, do the evaluation, make a recommendation. What is the best area for what we're looking for?
Did you hear any of that, Peter?
Yes. What are the 3 areas, please?
What are the 3 areas, Guy?
Well, we're looking for area around the plant. We're looking at an area that we're talking about on Minot Ave with it next to the school on the other side of the Brandy Hill. We're looking at an area on Route 28. And so we're looking at the distance between the plant and the different areas. We'll make a decision. We're looking at all town-owned parcels.
You're essentially looking at all town.
And we're talking water infiltration?
We're talking about groundwater discharge.
Oh, groundwater.
Into
We're
filter
limited
pits.
by our discharge into the Agawam River. We need to have an alternative source of discharge.
Okay. All right. I misunderstood. Fine,
Okay.
fine.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Who made the motion?
Sandy made the motion. Donna seconded it.
I approve.
Okay. Peter approves. Donna?
Yes.
Donna approves. Sandy?
Yes.
Sandy approves. Mel?
Yes.
Malcolm approves, and Jim approves. So it's 5-0-0. We got a contract from Monson Companies. This is soda ash, I believe.
This is an extension.
Yeah, this is a 1-year extension at the end of our offered extensions from them.
Yes. If you look at the back of the solicitation, you'll see that the contract agreement that allows us to extend. And then you'll see an email from Monson saying they'd like to extend at the current rate. So we're looking just to extend the contract, extend the soda ash contract.
I make that we accept the contract for a 1-year extension for Motion Companies.
Second.
Do I have a second? Peter seconds. All in favor?
I heard Donna.
Aye.
Donna? Malcolm?
Aye.
Malcolm? Peter?
Aye.
There's an aye. And Sandy?
Yes.
And Jim? That's an aye. 500. Sewer Superintendent's report, please.
Do you have in your, do you have a contract policy for self-shore generator, the flywheel repair?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's down the list a little. That comes after you,
Okay, that's okay.
but we have it.
I'm just following my, okay.
Yeah.
Superintendent's report, I'll make this very brief. I sent to everybody grants that they're long, they're tedious, but you have copies of the grants that we're applying for this year. It's approximately $2 million that we're applying for. If we get these grants, we're going to save $2 million on the cost of things that we're doing anyways. So we're pretty excited about it. We've done letters, and I just wanted the board to be aware. And I sent everybody to it. It's a lot of pages. I wouldn't print it, but you can refer to it, get some general ideas. If you ask a question, you'll know. It's for your information only. So I sent those out today to everybody.
Yeah, I looked them over, and if anybody owns a forest, they can print them out.
Yeah, they're pretty extensive. They're pretty extensive. But
Probably got 600 pages.
you have them just in case someone wants to ask a question. You have them, and you can answer the question. And you'll know what's going on. So it's for information. The front basin is empty. We've had a couple of odor complaints. The front basin is empty. It has been. There's some staining on the basin from carrying the raw wastewater for all winter. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fill it up to the diffusers, add hypochlorite, and let it set there and let it try to dissolve some of the odors and some of the sludge that is hardened onto the cover, if you will. It's plastic. That, for lack of a better word, it's plastic, and also in the concrete that holds up the diffusers, and they're staying on the diffusers themselves. So we'll take care of that to address that issue. The back basin is around 250,000 gallons per day in it right now. And we're adding tons of permanganate to that just to knock those odors down. We're going to use the misters. We're going to run them, I believe we're going to run them 20 minutes every 2 hours from 8 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning to roughly 8 at night, see how that works out. I've asked one of the neighbors, the one that complains all the time, to let me know how that works out so I get some feedback. I talked to her today and to address that and get some feedback from her as we move along. So we're getting that done to address the odors as we progress into the summer months. We had, in Rose Point, we had a house connect on the list. That was pretty exciting. So I was out there the other day, I think Tuesday, and they connected. So it's another one to add to the list. We'll try to get that list updated. I haven't updated in a while. I don't know where it is, but we'll see if we can get that list updated. That's pretty much it. It really is. A lot of good things happening. We've made permit the last couple of months. It's really exciting. Nitrogen is real low. You guys are doing a great job, and we're excited about the permit factors. The guys are doing a great job through all the restrictions that we're in. So I said that last meeting. I like to say it again, that hats off. I think they need to be praised for the hard work in the last few months. They went above and beyond. They never stopped working. They never did alternative days off. They've been doing their full shifts, full hours from day one of COVID, and still doing it today. So I want them to be recognized for that, because the rest of the town took days off because of COVID, and they never missed a beat. And that's pretty unique and encouraging for me. And they did a great job. So I don't think I can mention it enough. That's way out there. Our loader went out today to put up some barriers around the police station in preparation of the protests on Saturday. It's going to end up at the police station. No one knows, so we're preparing for it. So our loader's out there helping the town get prepared for that event. So we're excited about being able to help. Exciting. So we're doing a lot of good things. We're also helping out at Lopes Field. We're giving them power to run their power washes and water. And they're doing a great job of bringing back that playground and cleaning all the equipment. They'll be out there again this week. They were supposed to be there Wednesday. They said maybe Friday, but we're going to continue to help. We did it last time. So we're doing our part for the community. We're proud to do it and happy to do it. Go for a good cause, give the kids someplace that's safe to play, and we're excited about that. And that's it. We've got a lot of connections coming up. We'll bring those forward as they come. I'm getting a lot of requests. I think that the board has to discuss and decide one of these days we got to stop connections. We're pretty close to capacity, and we really have to probably put out a moratorium that there'll be no more connections, and we can sit back and really look at the numbers hard and move forward. But I'll let the board chew on that for a while. It's a tough decision. Once you say that we're doing no more connections, the town stops. Buildings, whether it's residential, commercial, whatever, it's a tough decision, but we're approaching. We're there. We knew last year we violated numerous times because of the flow. If we get a rainstorm, all bets are off. And I hate to keep approving things. And we're working with the numbers. We have capacity. The numbers are good. But rain events tend to make things dicey for us. So I think we need to really sit and talk about that one day and make a hard decision on that. Other than that, I have nothing else on my report. And
Mr. Chairman?
Yeah, I see him. He's talking. I'm finished. Go ahead, Sandy. Sandy?
Guy, just to be clear, the homes that we have slated for connection are already included in our allocation, so they're not new numbers for our plant.
That's right. Everything that we've committed to,
So
we're not changing. It's just going forward.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, Donna.
Well, what about, is Derek on board with this? I mean, does he know? Does the planning board know?
Everybody knows. Now,
Everybody knows
knows.
that they can't approve anything without running it by us?
they know that, and that's going to be a tough one anyways, because that doesn't happen as consistent as it did. As you know, the ZBA just approved the gas station that we're going to talk about tonight. So things are just moving. We got approval of subdivision plan at 24 Oak Street. They're looking to build a house out back, tie that in. That was approved already last year at the ZBA. So yeah, we tell them, but they're moving forward on a lot of things. We got to make some tough decisions. It's when we say enough's enough. So, and one of the reasons why the town's behind the groundwater discharge is because we all know that we're up against it. You know, last year we're just very close to getting to our 80%, which is a major trigger. We're at 77% of the time. We're there. And so we got to be careful we move forward. And rainstorms, which is unknown, takes us up because of our I&I. But anyways, I think the board, we need to sit and discuss that. Maybe a couple people, in a subgroup, discuss it hard, bring it to the board, and make some final decision on what we should do as a board going forward.
Guys, Sandy's got a question.
Just to
Sandy?
clarify, folks, on February 22nd, Jimmy sent a letter to Ken Buckland that says, hey, we will soon no longer be allowed to allow hookups to the sewer system. We are very much appreciated being informed of projects as they become considered before permits are issued. Damn it, it's not happening, Jimmy. I would go back to Ken Stronger.
I'm going to.
It's not happening.
We
Yeah,
told
reading
him,
it.
I mean,
Board's done everything.
those are the two letters I wanted attached to the March 5th minute.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I'm
The
very,
board's done a good job.
So,
The
I
board
mean,
made it known.
You gotta tell them again.
well, I would put Derek on copy.
It is on record.
Peter's got a question. Peter?
Along the
Do you
same
hear me,
vein
guy?
as Sandy's talking,
Hear me?
would it
One
be
second.
wise for you to go to the selectmen's meeting and get it on the record that we are at capacity and they've got to smarten up?
I think if the board decides to put out that moratorium, absolutely. we should talk to the board's liaison and get it out there.
Well, keep it,
we have it in the minutes for, you know, your response to Buckman's letter, but obviously they don't seem to understand this.
it's not the selectmen, it's
That's
the
why I'm-
zoning and planning that are not listening to us. The
Jimmy.
selectmen have nothing to do with these hookups.
Okay, Mac,
Yeah, Jimmy, I think probably they ought to get a notice every month, certified.
good point,
You're gonna have to create a trail. I don't care if they read it or not.
Exactly.
good point, good point.
So I would just document, because it's gonna blow up.
CYA.
Completely agree.
Okay.
Okay, I will do that.
Draft some up, Jim. We'll type it up and we'll get it out there and make it a routine.
Okay, good. I think that just as an aside, while we're on this subject, I'm gonna make a point to try to have our selectman representative attend our next meeting. So we can
Good
discuss
idea.
this a little further with them. All right.
So you will invite Patrick to the next meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
And Buckman.
No, I want somebody that knows something.
Oh,
Did I say
Jimmy.
Did I say that?
No, I didn't hear it.
Thank you.
I didn't hear it.
I have my headset on too, and I didn't hear it.
Okay. All right. That's, you set now, Guy?
I'm fine.
Okay, and
I'm fine.
thank your troops for us. They've done a hell of a job through all this.
I will.
We
I will.
really appreciate it, all of us.
They haven't skipped a beat. I'll definitely do that.
Yep, I appreciate it, guys, especially what I've been dealing with.
Make sure that
All right, we've got the
we will make sure that
allocation.
it's recorded in the minutes.
Okay.
Okay, we've got the allocation policy. I sent it out to everybody to look at, looking for comments or changes, or I made some of the changes that were discussed at the last meeting. Go ahead, Sandy.
The only thing I would add is in the second comment, a valid reason for continuation may be presented to the board for consideration. The question is when? Before or after the year is up?
Prior to,
Prior to the end of the year?
I mean, there are hardships
So,
without a
I
doubt,
think that's-
especially,
Absolutely. You're right.
and we have to be reasonable.
I'm
So
looking
prior
do
to
that.
the end of
Okay.
the 1 year period.
Prior to expiration.
Correct. Don't come back after it's over.
How long is the building permit good for?
I couldn't care less.
I believe it's a year,
A year, I think.
I believe.
Possibly 2.
But if they can't start it, they come to us and ask for an extension.
That's all.
That's
Yep.
all we're asking for.
That
We're not
doesn't
gonna
stop
continue.
them.
That
we're
allows
not-
us to plan, correct?
That's right.
It's like, this doesn't.
That's
this
more
doesn't-
than fair.
If our
Okay, this-
capacity is so tight, we can't continue to have these projects hold on for 5 years.
Makes sense.
Okay, and is there any discussion on where I put in phase projects should be, will be considered on a phase-by-phase basis? Matt, do you have any comment on that?
Would you clarify that for me, Jimmy?
Well, we've got this 40B off of Red Brook Road
For example,
that's got doing it in 3 phases. They're just now beginning to do the first phase. They've had allocation for the whole 3 phases.
correct?
And I don't think it's beneficial at this particular stage for the town to allocate for 3 phases like that when it could be 6 or 8 years down the road before they get them all done.
Correct. So we need a phasing schedule when we're looking at this, whether it meets the 1 year or not, and then we can decide. Phasing is a different animal, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, no, I do. I
Depends
realize
on
that.
financing, blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's why I put it in, will be considered on a phase-by-phase basis.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Mr.
Now,
Chairman, 40B projects are just based upon tax credits. It may be years before they get them. They may be 1 year. It's an unknown when they go for 40B. It's unknown.
But I believe Dakota Partners had just said that that project's being reduced.
That's
That was
fine.
good. But
But we've
that
allocated.
doesn't
for-
change anything.
But we've allocated for all 4 buildings.
That's correct.
But we don't know when that's gonna be completed.
We have no idea. Or how
Or-
much they're going
Keep
to do.
that allocation in limbo when there are other places that are coming in that would be active now.
But if they
Yeah.
tell us they're going to be, if they're telling us they're reducing the number of units, then
That
maybe we
doesn't tell me
can.
anything. That'll reduce a little bit of their flow, maybe.
Okay,
But they-
so it's not,
what I-
not big enough. Okay,
What I'm saying, Sandy, is it doesn't mitigate the fact that they're gonna do this in phases, and the phasing, right now, the first phase, how long is this taking to even get to the point we're discussing? You know, they've had this allocation for a while now. And
Correct.
nothing has happened yet.
So let me just go back a little bit. Guy can
Sure.
help us with this. The previous policy, Guy, was what, 30 days?
We had no policy. We could
had no-
allocate gallons and they could have them forever. Once they do a permit to connect, they have 30 days to use that.
Correct.
But we allocate them whatever for gallons, let's say in this case 35,000, they have no limit. They got it forever to use it.
Okay, so looking back on this, Jimmy, if we go with this whole change, some of these have to be grandfathered, correct, for at least a year? It doesn't mean they can't come
Oh,
back
yeah.
and see us and say, hey.
Right, exactly. Exactly. But, at the end of that year, if they haven't come back, then we have got that, whatever the amount is available to be able to
Again.
allocate to a new business coming into town.
Any change of policy, we better document and everybody involved gets notified.
And I think, and we also should send it out to the planning board, ZBA board, Ken
Correct.
Buckland, so they're aware of the policy also.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that kind of goes without saying, I think, but good point to bring up anyway. Yes, Peter.
Comment.
Yes, Peter.
I agree with the whole aspect of the phasing, but when it's a 40B project, do we have the authority to separate them out in phases, or are they gonna step all over us regardless?
The
Good
latter.
question.
One way to find
question.
out.
Well, Jimmy, we only have to approve what we say we can approve.
That's correct.
Done. Go back and amend your application. You're looking for 3 phases, we'll give you 1, see how you do. I don't know, however you want to do it.
So if you call the DEP and ask them the very same question, they've made communities tie 40B projects into the system. They didn't have capacity. They had to do what they had to do.
Well, let them do it, right, guy?
Yeah, because it's a
Let-
weird.
let
40B
them do
is
it.
weird.
You know
Yes.
what I mean? I agree with you. Let them do it.
Let them do it. Put the
Yep.
onus on them.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's political.
What the hell, gonna play the game, play the game.
Trust me, it's going to get political, big
I
time.
know, no question.
I hear you.
Okay, so I'll add that bit to this allocation policy. Do you want me to bring it back again with that change, or do we want to vote on it now?
No, amend it. Let's do it once, Jim.
Okay.
But once you do it, Jimmy, send it to everybody.
Oh, we will. That's part of the plan right now.
The town administrator, the assistant
Everybody.
town administrator,
Everybody, the janitor,
the redevelopment authority,
Parks Department.
yeah, everybody. As Max says, a paper trail.
Correct.
Okay, so allocation policy.
you ready?
Yep.
I make a motion, we accept the 6/4/2020 allocation policy as amended by adding the words prior to expiration.
Second.
Donna seconded it. All in favor?
Mac,
Aye.
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 Okay, Peter, Donna, Mac, Sandy?
Yes,
Sandy and Jim. Okay, so that's 500 effective today. No, effective today, effective Monday, whatever you want.
Well,
We want the effective date today?
right off the bat, notice should go out.
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
work
sit
on-
on it because they'll say you
No, we can
didn't
work on
tell
that
us.
tomorrow and have it out by Monday.
Yeah, public meeting or not, so.
yeah. Effective 6/4.
Yep.
So it's to be sent to lots of people.
The world.
Can that be generic enough?
The world as we know it,
Yes. As we know it.
put it on YouTube.
Oh, that'll get this dissemination, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have, what do we have? We have a small generator contract, but South Shore Generator.
We had talked about this a couple meetings ago in regards to the
Yep.
flywheel on the main plant generator needing to be replaced.
I make a motion, we accept the contract for South Shore Generator in the amount of $32,069.25 for the required repairs to the generator.
Second.
Donna, second.
Yep.
All in favor?
Mac, aye.
Aye.
Peter,
Donna,
Peter's
aye.
an aye. Jim is an aye, Donna's an aye,
Sandy,
Sandy's an aye, so it's 500. Nothing wrong with that one. The next little cutie is this one on 28 across from Walmart.
Yes,
Uh,
Walmart.
We're putting in a gas station in place of a gas station.
So it's been approved at the ZBA, exactly like the one that's across from the police, next to the police station, across from Rosebrook. Exact
Oh, yeah.
same unit.
not Rosebrook.
Well, kitty corner
Close enough.
from Rosebrook and the lumber yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Lumber Yard.
Is
Okay,
it the same owner guy?
No, it's a different owner. The owner literally sold the one they had up by the lumber yard. That particular owner, yes, is building another one. They're not gonna own two, they're gonna own one.
That's interesting.
That's the Higgins Group.
But they're also talking about a fast food restaurant
So my recommendation, yeah, there's three parcels there.
and a
At the
car
ZBA,
wash.
the only approved, to my knowledge, is the gas station. I think that's all we ought to approve, nothing else. Because they're not doing the fast food restaurant, they're not doing the automatic car wash, they're gonna do that in the future. They're asking for total gallons. I think even though we just made a policy, I think we should say, well, because all they've got approved is the gas station, that's all we should allocate gallons.
no,
So I have
the
a
gas
suggestion.
station and the
Wait a
gas
minute,
station and
Sandy.
the convenience store.
It is, but it's not the restaurant.
No, it's
The
not.
restaurant
but
is separate.
it's the gas station, there's no pumps, but it's convenience store with the pumps that we're looking for approval.
And
Correct.
that's the 2,000, yes.
So how does the application read?
Application reads that they've got lot one, the gas station convenience store, lot two, the fast food 40-seat restaurant, lot three is the automatic car wash.
Okay,
They've got approval from the zoning board to do the gas station. That's
they need to
2,000 gallons.
amend, they
If
need
they're
to
gonna-
amend their application, so
No, they're
reject
gonna,
it.
they want to phase this in. In other words, they want to do 3 phases, a total of 7,500. And we just talked about a policy, and because they're going to do the gas station immediately, they're ready to go, that's what we should approve, and let them
Correct.
come back as they need the others.
Does the application include all three uses, Guy?
The request for
Yes,
connection
it does.
does.
So reject it and tell them to amend it.
We're going to, well, whatever you want to do, I'm saying we just approve lot one, period. And that's the convenience store gas station.
If we can do that, fine. I would make a statement and I'd reject it and say resubmit.
Yeah, I think I'm with Mac on that.
Then let's do that.
I would say
Anybody,
absolutely
any
not.
objections?
Absolutely. We're not doing future, we're doing immediate within 1 year.
Yes, and that'd be the
And
gas
then
station.
if they want to give us a phasing schedule, now that's a different animal, but I'm not going to tell them. Let them figure it out.
Any comments? Peter, Donna, Sandy?
No.
So we're telling them to reject, we're going to reject the application for all 3 lots and request that they only submit for lot 1, the gas station and convenience store, and give us a plan for lot 2 and 3.
Correct. And a schedule, Sandy.
Sorry, a scheduled plan for 2 and 3.
If it's going to be phased, I guess we can't say no, but we can certainly ask for a schedule.
Okay.
I totally get it, Guy. We can't be hanging out there forever and ever.
I don't.
And I know what they're doing. We've seen this before.
Yep.
I agree.
The allocation in the bank, well, that doesn't happen. That puts somebody else out of luck. That's not right.
The times we're in,
Project's ready to
Yeah,
go,
but
you
they're
get priority.
gonna auction the franchise off and tell them that they've already got the sewer allocation.
Yeah. Well, they could do that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you're gonna
how-
just give them the gas station.
No,
we're
Is that
not-
what we agree?
No, we didn't agree to that. The only thing we agreed to do right now is send this entire application back, have them resubmit for the gas station. And a plan for their others, if in fact they have a plan.
Correct. Probably
Okay.
not. They just want it in the bank. Yeah, they probably already do have an allocation for the other place, but is that going to close? We have no guarantee of that.
But the
That would be
gas
the only way
station
it'd
and
be a
convenience
swap.
store,
You froze up there, Sandy.
would be-
Okay, so
sorry,
Andy,
why don't we get a motion on this? Sandy, are you with us? I guess not.
do you not see me? Hear me?
I can see you. You're just
Now I can, but
You're frozen.
we're stuck there.
Okay,
Frozen.
I make a
Frozen
motion
limbo.
that we reject the May 27th, 2020 request for sewer connection for 2416 Cranberry Highway, and request that they send us a request for only the connection for lot 1 and a time frame.
I know you're probably talking, Sandy, but we can't hear you.
time frame for lots 2 and 3.
Yes.
yeah, and you can
Yes.
certainly put a paragraph in there, Jim, because of the, what we're facing as far
Yes.
as capacity.
Right.
I mean, we're not shooting from the hip here.
No, not at all.
It's a real thing, so they give them the information.
Along with the rejection, send them the allocation policy.
Will do. That's a good idea. What the hell? We've got it.
Okay, Guy, what is the current capacity for the gas station that was taken down?
They took the numbers, the water use 2,000 gallons per day. They took exactly, didn't mimic
So-
the convenience store. Absolutely.
By doing lot 1, the gas station, the convenience store, we're not looking for any additional capacity than what we were getting from the old gas station.
That is correct.
Thank
Good
you.
point.
That's also assuming that, we'll see.
Good point.
Okay, do it.
I second it.
All in favor of the
Aye,
motion?
Mac, aye.
Mac is an aye. Peter?
Can I hear the motion, please?
Jesus.
Sandy, can you repeat that motion?
Yes, I'm finding my paperwork. I make a motion that we reject the May 27th, 2020 application for connection for 2416 Cranberry Highway. And we request that they provide us with a request for lot 1, the gas station and convenience store only, and provide us with a development plan for lots 2 and 3.
Okay. I'll go along with that. Aye.
I like that.
Donna's an aye, Max, Sandy's an aye,
I
Mac
was
is
an
an aye, Jim is an aye. 5 zippy zippy. Okay. Our next meeting date will be the 18th.
And not in room 37.
No,
No, it's gonna be at the same time, same station we're at now.
Okay.
Before we close the meeting, can I talk about town meeting on the 15th?
You certainly can, go right ahead.
We sent out a modification to our article, reducing it by $115,000. I believe we're going to have to make that change on the floor.
Okay,
where's the town meeting gonna be?
In the auditorium, in the gym, of the high
It's
school.
gonna be what?
in the gym at the
In
town
the
hall,
gym at the
No,
high
at the-
school.
high school auditorium, high school gym.
No, high school gym.
So it's going to be open to the public?
Yes, yes.
Wow, okay.
Where are people gonna sit in the gym?
They're going to put chairs out 6 feet apart.
Donna, the same place, I think the same place you're sitting right now.
Yeah.
This
So-
is ridiculous.
I don't know.
They're only going to take money articles. And all of the articles for special Springtown meeting, which includes ours.
Hmm.
But we're going to have to, if Jimmy, if you're one, I can provide the moderator with our amended motion for the $3,060,000.
I would appreciate that. If you could, if you would.
They all know about it ahead of time.
Yeah, this is no big surprise. Now, are they selling tickets for this event, or we can just walk in?
Walk in, and if you have a mask, you'll go in one place. If you don't have a mask, you'll be sent to another room.
Are the temperatures gonna be taken?
I don't know. Let me ask. I'll go ask Alan. Hey, Alan.
I'd ask the cat.
We're still taking them at work, even though I don't think we're required now.
Oh,
The fire department loves it because we have
You're not
mostly
overloading the
firemen
building.
and
He does not know.
Okay.
my God.
They all
Stumped him
talked
with a-
about it. They all talked about it at the parking lot this afternoon with town council and Claire. So I guess, don't know.
Okay. All right, I think we've come to this point in the meeting.
I make a
That is-
motion that we
That's
adjourn.
Donna.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
A second by Sandy. All in favor?
Mac,
Donna, aye.
The meeting is
Aye, aye,
adjourned.
aye.